Thank you, Mr. Speaker. One of my great honors as president of the AOA is recognizing members of the osteopathic family who have made significant contributions throughout their careers towards supporting and advancing the success of our great profession. The three individuals being honored today with presidential citations have dedicated a significant portion of their life's work to shaping the future of the osteopathic profession by advancing osteopathic medical education, caring for medically underserved communities, and relentlessly advocating for the betterment of DOs, osteopathic medical students, and most importantly, the patients that they serve. The first honoree that I would like to recognize has made an indelible mark within the field of osteopathic medicine during his extensive career as a physician, an educator, and now as one of the country's most important leaders in medical education. In recognition of his outstanding contributions, the American Osteopathic Association proudly presents to Robert A. Kane, DO, this presidential citation. Whereas Robert A. Kane serves the osteopathic medical profession in a critically important leadership role as president and CEO of the American Association of Colleges of Osteopathic Medicine. Whereas in this role, Dr. Kane is helping maintain the distinctiveness and high quality of osteopathic medical education, as well as advocating for medical students at state and federal levels. Whereas Dr. Kane has also served as Associate Dean for Clinical Education at the Ohio University Heritage College of Osteopathic Medicine and Chief Academic Officer for the Ohio Centers for Osteopathic Research and Education. Whereas Dr. Kane has mentored and taught residents as a director of medical education at Grandview Hospital in Dayton, Ohio, and as the director of internal medicine residency at the same facility. Whereas Dr. Kane has held many other leadership positions within the osteopathic medical profession, including president of AOGME, the Assembly of Osteopathic Graduate Medical Educators. Whereas Dr. Kane, an AOA board-certified pulmonologist, is also a fellow of ACOI, the American College of Osteopathic Internists, and the AOGME. Whereas Dr. Kane has received numerous honors for his service, including the AOGME Leadership Award, Master Clinical Faculty and Standard of Excellence Awards from the Ohio University Heritage College of Osteopathic Medicine, and the ACOI Teacher of the Year Award. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the American Osteopathic Association Board of Trustees bestows this presidential citation on Robert A. Kane, DO, in acknowledgement of his tireless efforts to serve the osteopathic medical profession and the significant contributions he has made to osteopathic medical education. Congratulations, Bob. Our next honoree has played an instrumental role in expanding access to care for medically underserved patients, both at home and abroad through global medical outreach. In recognition of his unflagging dedication to the osteopathic profession, the American Osteopathic Association proudly presents Stanley E. Grove, DO, this presidential citation. Whereas Dr. Grog has and continues to represent the AOA as its liaison to the ACIP, the CDC's Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices, for over 14 years. Whereas Dr. Grog's timely reports on ACIP meetings have helped the AOA keep DOs informed about the latest recommendations on immunizations, including COVID-19 vaccines. Whereas Dr. Grog has helped provide health care to medically underserved patients around the world by leading roughly 40 DoCare global health outreach trips to countries including Nicaragua, Guatemala, Peru, Mexico, Kenya, Vietnam, India, Haiti, and the Dominican Republic. Whereas Dr. Grog has mentored and taught future physicians as a clinical associate professor at the Oklahoma State University Center for Health Sciences, College of Osteopathic Medicine, and at the A.T. Still University, Kirksville College of Osteopathic Medicine. Whereas Dr. Grog has also served as an associate dean and interim president and dean of the Oklahoma State University Center for Health Sciences. Whereas Dr. Grog has held many leadership positions within the osteopathic medical profession, including president of the American College of Osteopathic Pediatricians and the Oklahoma Osteopathic Association. Whereas Dr. Grog, an AOA board-certified pediatrician, is also a fellow of the American College of Osteopathic Pediatricians and the American Academy of Pediatrics. Whereas Dr. Grog has received numerous honors for his service, including a Distinguished Service Award from the Oklahoma Osteopathic Association, the Allaby Founders Award from DoCare, and Pediatrician of the Year from the American College of Osteopathic Pediatricians. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the American Osteopathic Association Board of Trustees bestows this presidential citation on Stanley E. Grog, D.O., in acknowledgement of his tireless efforts to serve the osteopathic medical profession and the significant contributions he has made to osteopathic medical education and to global health. Congratulations, Stanley. Our final presidential citation recipient has dedicated her career to academic medicine, medical leadership, and recognition and support for osteopathic credentials and qualifications. And this is a most special pleasure for me. The recipient and I first met, I believe it was in 1985, while serving in the Army. I was program director for an Army family medicine residency, and she joined my faculty staff. We also jointly served for 12 years as AOA trustees. She is a true pioneer for our profession, who championed and attained equal practice rights for osteopathic physicians in the state of North Carolina. In recognition of her contributions on behalf of the osteopathic profession, the American Osteopathic Association proudly presents to Barbara E. Walker, D.O., this presidential citation. Whereas Dr. Walker, an AOA board-certified family physician, is also a fellow of the American College of Osteopathic Family Physicians and the American Academy of Family Physicians. Whereas Dr. Walker practiced family medicine in various settings for over 30 years. Whereas Dr. Walker has held many leadership positions within the osteopathic medical profession, including president of the American Association of Osteopathic Examiners and trustee of the American Osteopathic Association. Whereas Dr. Walker has mentored and taught future physicians as an associate professor of family medicine at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, an associate professor of family medicine at Edward Via College of Osteopathic Medicine in Virginia, and an adjunct clinical professor at the University of Pikeville, Kentucky College of Osteopathic Medicine. Whereas Dr. Walker has mentored and trained residents as a faculty member of the Womack U.S. Army Family Medicine Residency at Womack U.S. Army Community Hospital, Fort Bragg, North Carolina, and also as Director of Osteopathic Medical Education and Program Director of the Osteopathic Family Medicine Residency at New Hanover Regional Medical Center in Wilmington, North Carolina. Whereas Dr. Walker worked with the AOA to successfully advocate for the North Carolina Medical Board to accept osteopathic board certification and osteopathic board exams as criteria to qualify for physician licensure in the state of North Carolina. Whereas, as a member of the North Carolina Medical Board, Dr. Walker played a critical role in ensuring the safety and integrity of the practice of medicine in her state. Whereas Dr. Walker served in the U.S. Army as an active duty physician and Army Reserve soldier for over 20 years. Whereas Barbara Walker, DO, was the first female physician to be deployed with the 82nd Airborne Division and Airborne Infantry Division of the U.S. Army. Whereas during her deployment in Saudi Arabia during Desert Shield and Desert Storm, Dr. Walker served as an advocate and ally for female soldiers on the mission. Whereas Dr. Walker has received numerous recognitions for her service, including the Kuwait Liberation Medals from Saudi Arabia and Kuwait, a Southeast Asia Medal with 2 Bronze Service Stars, a Distinguished Service Award from the North Carolina Osteopathic Medical Association, and a Great Pioneer in Osteopathic Medicine designation from our American Osteopathic Association. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the American Osteopathic Association Board of Trustees bestows this presidential citation on Barbara Walker, DO, in acknowledgement of her tireless efforts to serve the osteopathic medical profession and the U.S. Army. Congratulations, Barbara. So please join me in congratulating all of our illustrious presidential citation recipients. It is truly an honor to serve the osteopathic profession alongside of you. And we greatly appreciate the contributions that you have made to ensure a bright future for generations of DOs to come. Mr. Speaker, that concludes my report.